Oh, guys, welcome to another stream. We are recording This is episode 5. On the last episode, we had a special guest, which was Roderick Fish. I just call him Fish. So in the last episode, we saw Iberia in West Africa. That was West Africa that became Portugal. We saw Croatia and Estonia, Norway. These three was so I deleted the aliens because it wasn't really relevant. Also, they people in the U.S. and Alaska invaded California, which they're now put down to these two pieces. And then the war of Australia came out with the victory for the communists, and also New Zealand rebelled. If you didn't already enjoy the last episode, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's get into it. So, I'm going to be starting off with the Dutch, as they are wanting to get back up in the top 10. They want to restore the glory. They want to invade Belgium. They want to get annex Germany again. They want to annex, what is this? Slovakia. They want their lands back. They want to get rid of Poland again. They want to be they want to be big. They want their land back from the Purple Chains. They want to destroy being France again. So, they want to do a lot. They will get help from the Greek forces, which is in Mesopotamia. The red team will be inviting them to join. They will gladly accept invitation. So the Dutch team does end up joining. I'm live again. Alright, so the Dutch team does end up joining back. Dutch team does join back. And also, since the last episode, since somebody's watching, I'll just recap what happened last episode. So last episode we had a special guest that helped with the choicing. Because we saw the California country get invaded, Brazil and the two other fascists invading in South America. We saw the African Union was running the square ones, and we saw the Blue Australia invaded into the fascist one, which the Blue Communist Australia won, and then New Zealand rebelled. And what just happened is the Dutch team became good fascist again. They became fascist, but good because they want to take back Belgium, Germany, and Slovakia. But they're need help, so they decided to join up. And also, the West Britannia will be getting another member. Will be getting another member. It is Egypt will also be joining their. Soon, Libya does join back. As the good fascists, as they don't want to fight back. Which raises tensions and possibly could spark World War V. No, just like in episode 2, the World War IV happened. Was the first episode of World War IV. Check my speaker. But yeah, this is the guy that was special guest. This was the special guest. 50. Yo, oh yes, I do have 54 subscribers, and I have a goal of 100. So please help me get there. Yeah. Only one person watching. Yay. Probably just Cackle or something. I don't know why. Waiting for next. The map. Alright, so we will see Elizabeth Tanya becoming active again. She, Elizabeth Tanya, or the red team doing after others. They will go after this recently. Uh, the the Green Country Republic. We'll be going after them. Also, this is the red team religion. They're all this is following red team, you know. After this war, I will have, and this will be updated to the map. Also, Persia decides to jump in on this sports. As for land claims, they will capture three major cities. They were looking up here. Our team does capture their capital. These guys are kind of weak at the moment. I think they're kind of weak. I mean, they will fight back. They do end up doing a counteroffensive, which they do retake their capital as they push back there. Because this country is actually stronger than the red team, but since Persia is helping them out, it makes it more easier. As the red team has to reconquer all their lost lands after the old empire fell. I did not realize how bad I was. So they will go for an encirclement, and with Persian troops from all around Mesopotamia, all from with volunteers from the Pro-Roman Alliance, their capital does meant to fall again. which then they surrender and they the treaty kind of gets split between these. Well, it gets split like that. This is how the war will end. This is how the war will end. Right now, as a peace treaty. As in this peace treaty, we will see the Red Team having this with the land. And it's unfortunate that they have to split the land. They're not very happy about it, but they're have to do it. So the Red Team will be gaining about this, and then the rest will fall against Persia. But the thing is, India is very happy about what the what Persia just did. They're like, we just saved you like not too long ago. You just you just said you not too long ago from the Green Team, which is now a microstate. Why you decided to invade their one of the things that were poorly trained. Yeah, no, you're done. You're done. You're done for. You know what they decided to do? They leave the alliance. And what soon sparked some other people to leave the alliance, which shrinks the thing as the red team, as the red team's sphere of influence is already kind of large, because it's now expanding into these areas. Their areas have already expanded far and wide. As their thing is about their zones about that big. The sphere of influence is about that big. That's how big the sphere of influence is. But instead, what happens is these guys joining up with the parallelogram lines, which now means that there's peaceful fascists pretty much fascists right at the border again. There's fascists especially on the border of India. They're not gonna like this though. They're gonna be very unhappy. They're gonna be like, you can't do that. You just can't do that. You just can't like do that. Like, why would you do that? Why? Oh, yeah, I also forgot the capital. But they still ended up doing it anyways, which kind of made India mad. And you know what India's gonna do? India's gonna go ahead and declare. What are we making, Kemet? Rice. You know what? I'll start saying arcade. We're making arcade. No, what are we making? Drugs. Fine, right. Drugs. Silas! Pumpkin seeds are in. What? Pumpkin seeds are in. Okay, I'm busy right now. Man, you're always busy.
I mean, still meats me. Like Thanos from Fortnite, like Rick and Morty from Fortnite, like Naruto from Fortnite, like Spider-Man.
India goes ahead and decides to defer on Persia, which is probably the biggest mistake India's ever done. Now we have to update the top 10. Well, update the top 10. Now, let's just say India is not up there. India is not up there. They have fallen. Their council is one of the fourth. They fall down to number 3. They fall right down to number 4. Just go down. The blue team
Start to talk it up. Mod is done. Like a definite mod where it's a fucking title lately for mod.
Stop salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be.
everybody moves up.
With Indeed, you can avoid
Which means the blue team is now officially the strongest. And India is just cut down because their military is very outdated. Very outdated.
And everything can Skywalker no longer exists.
So pretty much it's kind of tough for India's regional power over thing. So they've dropped down to number 4. Because with Persia and some at least 2 leaving and entering this version goes for the red team, they kind of dropped down from that. And you know what? This activates the entire program team to declare war on India. Because if they declare war on India, if India declares war on Persia, they all go against India. They will most likely get partitioned by by countries that are near. Pretty soon they will join the. Pretty soon they will if they keep or start to lose. They will Royal Grammy will have to send. Will have to declare. Unfortunately, declare war. But also up here, India wants. No. Since Italy wants the fascists out of Europe and it wants communist, right? Now with the Dutch becoming fascist again, and with them sending troops to go defeat India, it's not gonna go great as tensions in Europe are still rising. And Persia might be done for. They're almost 15. As they try to aim for the coast, as it works and they push right out. As they start, the capital is encircled, the most craziest thing happens. Blue team helps them. Blue team helps Persia. They regain their coast. So that means they had to call in the entire alliance. So that's the entire parallel alliance against India. And with like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people against top 4 country. They probably most likely screwed. They most likely got screwed over.
Are you done?
So they instantly get pushed back by coalition forces.
All this right.
And then the blue team, then Persia managing to open up a little border, which causes them to start pouring their troops with coalition forces into India.
Alright.
This just shows the sheer power of what these guys can do. And also, Libya, after this war, Libya will the red team will let go of their puppet. What the glory with Libya return.
The butter and the marshmallow melt now. They're like caramel.
So these guys push them right out. They go in and they encircle Indian forces. But this small pocket of Indian forces are actually pretty dangerous. They just move around the country. Capturing major cities.
No, I'm gonna build my Millennium Falcon and I'll put crab legs on it.
Okay.
But soon with more coalition people back up coming in, we do see this Indian pocket get pushed back greatly.
Anyone never said that.
As these guys do end up falling.
Dad, how can you guys suck this? Hey man, I like your girlfriend. What? We tell. I will never say that again. Hey man, I like your girlfriend. Hey man.
The blue team forces, since they have moved up a lot, they will now go ahead and make a landing in India, which they cannot hold back.
Yeah.
But then Tibet ends up
I'm done with it.
out front. Instead of supporting them, they also do jump in on this war.
My school nurse finally retired.
What?
School nurse finally retired. Wait,
Finally retired.
oh my god, my school nurse finally retired. She was like, me and her got beat. I don't know.
Okay.
No comment.
Troy's hurt Japan, all that so.
But Persia does manage to keep pushing as India is falling apart. And soon one of these weak Indian countries you decide to join in the war. As India is crumbling fast and losing their place in the top, people are gonna decide to join in.
What is war then?
But pretty soon,
What is this war?
red team push. They decide to invade this country so they can get to India.
Black one?
So when they reach India, then they start their invasion as well. So they pretty much had to go through a country.
So what you just.
They do capture the capital, but they're strong enough to keep fighting. But with the crumbling country, it's not looking good.
So Marcus, shut up. Like Marcus Jr. What?
You see,
Marcus Lyon. Shut up. Don't tell him what I just said. Do not tell him what I just said.
I'm not a hood rat.
It's not what I said.
You said YN.
Oh, we need contact with the YNs, bro.
Not a hood rat.
Shut up.
So with this coalition going against India, they kind of messed up on deciding declare war on Persia because they were not joking. The entire alliance is already threatened, which is quickly crumbling the country fast. Oh, hello, Silver. Hi, America. Oh yeah, America. America kind of got bigger because they invaded California with El Paso. Who knows? Maybe these two will unite. Maybe these three will unite and form maybe then they'll form they'll form the United States of North America. Who knows? They could form it. Maybe they'll form the United States of North America. Who knows? So we will see the continual. Anyways, back to India. We will see the continuous invasion. We will see the continuous invasion soon.
Damn it. Damn it.
Yeah.
And then there was two major cities that fell. But quickly, with the collapse, we do see Persia taking out the rest. That is
What?
that is
Damn it.
that's the end of the reign of India. Now let's look at the peace treaty.
What? Oh, oh my God. Step 5, not 6. What? Are you gonna get a jump start on that? 1, 2, 3, 5. See? It's like this. Get that start. You're expensive. Yeah. I'm goddamn right. What? Wow. Squirrel, take off my shoes. Told you, take my shoes over there. Talking slow. Oh, what? Take off.
So in this peace treaty, we will see. Sorry. Oh, here. Sorry about that. In this peace treaty,
He's not talking to you.
you will see
You're not talking to me.
all this land having to secede over all this land being secede all of like pretty much part of like Afghan pretty much
Remember, I cannot be close.
pretty much Pakistani lands of all over to India, Persia, and all of these lands fall through. Well, certainly about all of that and the treaty. Well, and then also the blue team will be gaining some land. It's like the capital. You'll find out why they won't take the capital.
That's not Simon Says.
So we will see the blue team taking all that. Now for this weird purple. So now for this purple country, they will be probably receiving the least amount of land.
What? Okay.
God, hi.
That's a shame. Your rash couldn't possibly be that beautiful. And it wouldn't disrupt my life with weeks. I was wrong.
Aren't you down on Blender? Do you even know what that is?
Yes, now there is.
Oh, man, what the frick is going on here? Did they change the background?
No.
Eating healthy is hard, but now
Two odds and perfectly made
So
sauce.
sorry about that. We will be seeing. But also taking some land. But why is this cutting off?
Here I am at a turn into this fucking hot pot and wear fucking tires forever.
So what this is habitat taking some of these provinces and stuff. We will see habitat taking that.
It's very free.
It's a little roadjob than Bangladesh.
Dialogue. My home is arguing
Taking over these provinces looking this one. Not the entire thing.
That's our alone. How many jobs are on the planet? Like, you are
Taking probably all of that. Totally. And now, red team. They will. What's the division like? Red team will be taking this, but they will be doing something specific. They're going to create a puppet state. They're going to occupy the area. They're going to occupy the sea.
These things were never meant to be combined. Somehow the universe found a way. To make it slightly more
So this is what India looks like. But in return, India does get. India does end up getting it. As a large annex this country, as it still deserve. Still get close to it's close to. Right. We need to address this. India.
He kills the fly. He starts off like
India. No, not top number one.
pretty fun.
America is moved in. Brazil is also moved on.
Alright.
Lord of my shit!
So number one.
Well, now let's go down to
Number one. Right. Well, not to that thing. Number two. Italy was. Number three. We will give this to 40.
Yeah. That's the one. Spelling also is conversation and still slaughter dozens of French rebel structure.
Four. We'll give number four to Norway. African Union States. Number four. America. United States. Number six. Um,
You're opening the door for the games, yes.
number seven.
Franchises.
Yeah, Golden
These problems is completely a
Zero. Number eight. Three.
Not the flanker
Republic.
until sweat with damn flankers that have no raise. That makes no sense.
So you literally are like playing with your fucking feet while picking your nose. You get caught sweating.
So this is the official new map. This team at number one. Okay, so I do go to actually decides after the war. They actually decided to join. So, because since they are the strongest country, the Carolina Alliance is officially the strongest out of is now somehow stronger than Italy. But is somehow overpowered it. So this is pretty much our new top nine. Alright.
Still my favorite. Order is absolutely great.
We do see I don't know which one actually being great. We see Persia. We see Persia. Wow. Persia just crossed two alliances. Persia does end up joining on. They officially convert into the red team. They convert into red team. They have now gone pro red. Everything from their borders is now red.
Spider-Man, Banana Can, and Kirby, which we got back our kids. Why Spider-Man, Banana Can, and Kirby? You're Spider. Fuck you, Spider-Man. You Spider-Man. I hate this. My shiny metal axe. Spider-Man. What is it?
Pretty much, totally, the red team's religion starts wrong. These guys really end up winning that.
It's my favorite job.
So we do see all of this going over for Russian religion. A counter religion, the Republican religion, goes into collapse
Faster skills employers need.
as a new religion.
At eicc.edu/.
They form all of Italy.
Hearing your final wishes is a lasting gift to family and friends. Lock in and guarantee today's.
Italy,
And get a back to you.
all of Italy. All of Italy
Well,
goes ahead.
Master Chief.
The parts of this country goes ahead and forces
Superhero.
down here.
Adding any of these laws. Redacted Skywalker was 1% working down. Victory pose you guys like. Wow, shout out to Look have mercy and Pudge Gazer for gifting hundreds of subs on the last Twitch stream. That shit was already rowdy as hell, and them sending me thousands of dollars when Epic's out here eating ice cube sandwiches and bowls of air soup just to survive really made me laugh. So thanks for making Twitch.
So everything within these borders are now officially
Are you guys aware that the chapter
or religion.
this month, and y'all give me hundreds of subs. If I'm gonna go drink a gallon of rat poison, I'll be right. If the subs could have went to. That's it. Really, oh my god. Beef street. His wife comes up, and someone in chat always goes, "What?" So viewer, we thought you.
So there is new religion and it starts spreading. It completely takes over Galicia. Like it quickly expands. So the Dutch religion is shortened.
So very much for watching them.
Because the Dutch
It's time. Forget what I'm gonna say here.
pretty much these are what the board. This is what all the this is everything under the new religion.
I'm no different. That didn't even hurt, bro. Welcome to Enlisted, the brand new first-person shooter where you can play as an entire squad at the same time. I know this looks and sounds a little weird, but I'll explain in a sec. Firstly, thank you Enlisted for sponsoring this video. It is free to play on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S/X, and it's got. Trust me, this shit.
So this is around religion. They're not a branch of it, these guys. So this is everything we're standard for. This is the new religion. These are still some small pockets, which does fall under everybody within this yellow religion completely converts. All of my guys just convert over. So after all those guys can do it. I've been like 4 starting to.
Like, is there a punk ass tank ruling your day? Well, machine gunner for your demo man and show him what a shooting charge feels like. I'm a demo guy for this. Check this shit out. Fun. Oh my gosh, that's all.
So that will probably do it for today's episode. Make sure to like and